I got cut off, but just saying that it's starting to heal. And then the next thing is that I slept for nearly like 12 hours last night, which was incredible. I've been actually having like a lot of trouble sleeping, which isn't usually my thing, but I also do always have like really bad dreams, like nightmares all the time. And so, like I was telling you guys with Kensho, we just thought it was a really good idea to start off with when you kind of go through like a traumatic situation, and especially when you're still living in it, it's just good to kind of check in with like the mental side. I had my first health provider session yesterday, and so we started it off with this really amazing health provider that does theta therapy. So it's kind of a combination of like, it's like therapy and energy work. We hold so much stuff in our bodies, and I particularly have one of those bodies that holds on to a lot of things emotionally. It definitely comes from, as a teenager, I was misdiagnosed with celiac disease, and it really came out in my nervous system and having terrible panic attacks, and it was my body like screaming at me, and like nobody was able to figure it out. And so my body tends to create these patterns and goes towards, holding stuff on emotionally because of my nervous system is really taking a toll. So I have to really check myself on this kind of stuff. Like I feel like I get prone to, holding on to more like traumatic incidents, and like I don't want that to be a thing. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't become as traumatic or traumatized as I have been in the past, and I like refuse to let this be one of those things. So before I show you what we did yesterday, I just have to say that it's a really interesting, I have like a research analysis type mind, and I definitely have a scientific mind at the same time as being very creative. But I've always been very tuned in with the body. But it's just been a really sort of fascinating life journey situation for me, because I feel like I am a different person than like what the situation has been in my body. Like I feel like I want to be so much more free, but I do live in a body that does take this catastrophic approach a lot of times with anxiety. And anybody that's struggled with anxiety, we know like a lot of times we don't want to feel this way, but it happens. So that's like my lifelong journey and trying to figure out how to balance everything. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys now what we did yesterday. Guys, look who's with me. Provider number one, Bethany. Oh my gosh, I'll tag her here so you guys can go check her out. But we're about to sage my place first, then do some healing. So we thought that this was going to be like the best first sort of, first session on this like healing process, because we got to like deal with the energy in this space, because I'm still living here. I've been trying to find a place, by the way, so everyone knows on here that I have been failing at finding a place. But anyways, so we're going to walk you through the process.
She's going to source it. We're going to source a new place today.
Yeah. To those of you who think that looks a little bit weird, I know, I get it. But we also definitely thought yoga looked really weird. And then everybody jumped on board for that too. And look at how weird we look when we do all of our strange workout. Yeah, all in all, I mean, That's why I slept. I basically had to go to bed right after she left, made a little bit of food, and then just like passed out. Exercises. So doesn't mean that it's a bad thing or that it's too woo-woo. It really wasn't at all. I definitely can get really uncomfortable in those situations. I feel like I've tried everything. And even if I feel like uncomfortable around it, but this like wasn't at all. It felt, also Bethany just has like, a very like professional nature around her, and also like very easygoing and warming to be around. So I think it has to do with the practitioner as well. But